How are you feeling today?
Good morning, Constantly. I'm feeling fine.
That's good. Great to see you smiling. Thank you so much. I'm feeling grateful as well. It's a beautiful weather. It's not cold, it's not hot, so it's just perfect. Thank you so much for coming in today, and also just want to welcome anyone who is watching this video today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to us. In a previous week, we have been speaking about um, different categories of people that could um, easily get affected mental health. We spoke about adolescents, young people. We spoke about LGBT. And in our previous video, we spoke about homelessness. And in today's video, we're going to talk about elderly. So, how does mental health affect elderly person? A mental health in older adult is a critical yet often overlooked aspect of overall well-being. I'm reading from Google because I just want you to have a better understanding. So, as the people age, they face unique challenges that can affect their mental health. But with the right support, they can lead fulfilling and meaningful lives. Unfortunately, this is a life we all have to live. And if we get to that age, we just feeling so grateful to be there anyway, because it's not everyone managed to get to that older age. So now let's talk about things that are commonly in mental health. Something like the factors, most of the things that are more common and can be also challenging in people who are older. Risra, I want you to go through things like depression, anxiety, dementia, I mean, and also grief and substance abuse. I want you, and as well as feeling loneliness. I want you to talk about these things. How is older person get affected with these factors?
Okay, first of all, need to understand what age we consider to be elderly. So anybody who is 65 and above is considered to be elderly. So this is the age group we're going to focus on. And at that age, there are a lot of things that these people face, as Constantly mentioned. And the first one is loss. First of all, you might lose your partner, you lose children, you lose your career, you lose your health, you lose hormones, and all these things affect you negatively because you might lose your partner, your husband or wife, or long-term partner to death or illness. You yourself suffer with chronic illness and arthritis and pains. There are also the hormones which reduce like estrogen and progesterone. So you can't conceive anymore. And this can affect your mental state. The lack of them can affect your mental state as well. There's also memory loss that some people might go through, and which can lead to Alzheimer's and dementia. There's loneliness, isolation, whereby your children may have grown up already and moved out, and they may or may not have much to do with you, but still they're not living with you, so you do not have anybody else in the house. You, as I said, your partner may be in a nursing home or dead, and you're alone. So you have to face life on your own in a vulnerable state because you're older and you're weaker. And therefore, This can lead to delirium, which is a state of confusion, and delirium could come about because of of urinary tract infection or any infection that you may get as well. And at that age, then infection is likely. You might have things like falls because you're still unstable because of your arthritis and your bones, so you might break bones easier. There are so many things that happen because you're on medication for all sorts of things that we haven't heard about or that we yet to hear about. You might have optic problems, such as cataracts and glaucoma. You get gray.
Oh my God, Lisa, please stop. Please stop.
You go to the nursing home yourself. So there's so many fears and so many anxieties and so many depression and so many things can cloud your brain that it becomes too much.
Oh my God. Listen, please stop, because I know I'm gonna go old one day, but the list can go on and it can go on.
The list goes on and on.
Oh my goodness. But I think if I would love to add from what you just said, I think one of the things that I've realized that is much more depressing on older people is when they live in their own home to care home. I think to me that's a kind of a traumatic event, for them having been living their own home throughout their lives, living with the people, and then suddenly they are just no longer in that home. Now they're in a care home where they have to be looked after by these stranger people who doesn't know them in any way, and then just come and support them. They may help them with the personal care, which is very uncomfortable for an older person to experience, having that dignity and being exposed to someone else who have ever known you. And I think that's it's very traumatic for me. And another thing is that I remember when I worked in care home, some of the older people in a care home, their family tend not to visit them as they should, for those who have families. And there are those who don't even have families and rely on friends, and even friends don't visit them, although they still have the people who are looking after them on daily basis. But it doesn't feel the same as seeing somebody or receiving a call from someone, family, relatives. Those are the things that helps the people keep moving. These are the things helps the people become mentally strong, even although you are into care by you being cared by someone else. But at least getting in touch with the people outside the world, people who knows you better, it makes a big difference. I don't know if you want to add anything else before
Well,
I could go to things that we could do to help ourselves and to help people who are in older age.
yes, because I like to contribute as well is that I say usually when you're a certain age, then you go to christenings and weddings. And when you reach a certain age, you go to funerals because you hear all your friends passing away. So therefore, it could be that you lost your friends who aren't visiting and you may not even know. They're going through the same things as you because you remember the same age group. So may have dementia, they may have died, they may have been too ill to visit. the same way, so the same thing that you're going to remember the regret.
Yeah.
So because
Well, go on. Sorry.
yeah, because remember they would have lost people as well. They would be going to similar situations like mental use, loneliness, isolation, delirium, all the works. So at that age, at that time, you need to understand that your friends might be going through similar situation, and that's why you feel lonely because they may not be around. And had all of you been around and healthy and vivacious as before, then you would be visiting each other as before. You'd be engaging with each other.
Yeah. I think you've said it all, because all these things you mentioned about chronic illness, having diabetes, having a pain all over your body, having arthritis, heart disease, and having a chronic pain. These are some of the things really that can contribute to mental health. And also the fact that someone who has been working throughout their life, now they are going for retirement, especially if they have not planned well for the retirement. It's another life change, that shift from where you are being out almost every day, now you in the house every single day. That is something that that transition is, it can be a stressful transition if someone have not prepared it very well. And also in some instance, some of the elder people, they also age with condition that could be very embarrassing to them, and that can also be something that contributes to their mental health, because they just don't want to be seen as such. But I think for me, the only thing that, I don't know, this is the age we're all going to go in. How can we actually now trying to help ourselves now, and how can we help an older person? So I will give you some of the things that, for me, I feel like is the practical things that, if I'm aging, if I'm getting to that stage, one of the things I'm going to feel or do is acceptance. I will really feel grateful. I've grown as a child. Now I'm growing up as an older person. I will feel grateful being, coming to that stage of life. And I think I will also embrace anyone who would love to support me. And also the fact that family dynamic and friendship, things to do change. The idea you understand that you can have a friend today, or you can have family today, and tomorrow they are no longer there. I think the early we understand them, because even if you are not on that older age, you're still on adult age, there is a time where you will feel lonely, like you don't have a closer friend person, or you don't have a relationship, or you don't have this kind of strong connection. Sorry. So this is the time now you need to start understanding that these things can happen now, and it can also happen in older age. And the other thing that I can now encourage somebody to do, if you're living with an elderly person, or you're an older person as well, or maybe you feel like you're becoming old, I think one of the things is that I can advise you is to increase your interaction with your family, and you can visit them, you can do phone calls, you can do video calls, just increase that relationship dynamic, so that You feel like you are still a part of the community, you are still a part of the family. And also you can join in with some of the community group where they run like day center, where the older people meet up and do different activities. It can be anything. I think there's some of them where they do some reading book, knitting, and those hobby clubs. You can find one of your local to join in, so that you keep your mental health going, meeting people, and physical activities on one of it. I know you may be feeling like you don't have that much strength as you used to, but trust me, you don't need to run on a treadmill. You don't need to run marathon. You can actually create that routine for yourself. 10, 15 minutes every day, half an hour, whatever, how long you can manage. Try and do that. You can get out of the house, do some walk. You can do yoga. You can do yoga. You can do any other gentle activities that suit your lifestyle. And another thing that can provide you a mental stimulation is engaging in activities such as puzzle activities, reading, and also learning new skills. You can never stop learning. So if there is something you're excited about, please just go ahead and do it. And another thing that I really want to encourage is that when someone has gone to that stage, you've already learned a lot of things throughout your life. There is so much good experience you've gone through, so much lesson you've gone through. You can be out there to advise people, to encourage other people who may have been in that situation, and instruct them how they can also help themselves. And another thing is that try to do regular checkup with your healthcare. Make sure that you physically well and you mentally well. And most of it, just be patient with everything. Feel grateful every single day. And I know life can bring up so many other things, but you feeling grateful that you are here, you are with us, you're still communicating with people, you're still seeing people. That is something to be grateful for. In terms of that, I think for me, I would say that being someone who is older, and maybe you on that older stage, and also you are doing you are a caregiver to older person, please respect this individual and listen to them and respect their dignity, their wishes, and be there for them. Just give them that support they need. Don't overpower them. Just encourage them to do certain things that they can do for themselves, so that they value themselves, so that they keep building up and feel strong of taking care of themselves, and just cover those areas that they cannot do. I don't know, Listra, if you have anything else to add. For me, those are some of the things I've realized that are needed for someone who is older to and someone who is caring for them, to be able to understand and to take care of them, and also take care of for themselves.
What you've stated is brilliant. I agree with everything 100%. And all I'd like to add is subscribe to our channel, give comments, like, and follow us for more videos. So enjoy yourself and have a good time.
Thank you. We'll see you in our